And here we are. Welcome forward everyone to the latest episode of the Working Man's Warships. I'm your humble host Jedi Gad, and we welcome you, whoever you may be, wherever you are in the globe, whatever time of the day or night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in, watching and listening. Welcome. So now, enough chat. Time to return to the seas. This is where it's at. This is where I want to be. But first, the housekeeping. It's the first battle of the day. We want to get that crate. Make sure you grab it. They all add up. Turn down nothing but your collar. Right? FREE is our favorite word in the dictionary. Now, let's get into the calendar. What does it want? So you can clearly see here what it's asking of us. Again, everything else is inconsequential. It's the bit in the middle. So what ship do I need? What class? That's right. I need a cruiser. And you know what? I'm doing the legendary coins. I'm trying to get as many coins as I can. So I've got just the ship for the job. And here it is. It's right here. Ready and waiting. It is the Defense. A surprisingly nice boat for me. I'll explain why in due course. For now, this is a Zlata Groza build. And she's running the Shield of the Norse. We're running Sims. We're running Madden. We're going to go beyond range. We get that crisscross in there. The sponge. We are fixated. And we are fully packed. For the ship itself, it's Aiming Systems Mod 1. It's Damage Control System Mod 2. Target Acquisition System Mod 1. And the Gunfire Control System Mod 2. Exterior boosters. It's everything and all of the above. Wherever we can go. And I'm going to show you an interesting little hack that I've come up with when it comes to boosters. That's up and coming in the update show. Now, we're running the defense flag and the standard type camo. Like I said, I'm going to show you a booster trick. For now, Zlata Groza and defense. Let's go. Now, mission brief. The booster trick I'm showing you about will be in the update show, along with some other stuff like opening my goodies. As far as this battle goes, I say surprisingly good ship for me because I'm not really usually a fan of ships with all the turrets at the front. We're on Sleeping Giants domination, and look, I'll openly admit and acknowledge that's a skill issue on my part. So again, the channel's helping me out because it's forcing me out of my comfort zone, and development occurs when you are pushed out of your comfort zone. Now, this battle is a 7v7, right? So less ships means there's less excuse for not coming in the top 3. I'm going to call it now. So there's a San Martin, is a San Martin and Gdansk division on our team. There's also a rank 1 player on the opposition team. That's an observation you should make. I can tell from his badge. Pay attention to these details. Now, the other detail is we want to get out here on the eastern flank and attack the double cap. What do I always say? When you have a game like this where you have got 4 bases, you want to control the double cap because then you have 2 bases right next to each other, which are easier to defend. Defense, defend. It's a nice segue, but it applies in all cases. Great if you get the other 2, but they are more difficult to defend because of their positioning. Their proximity is what makes them more difficult to defend than the double cap here. So we want to get out here. And it seems that our team concur, especially the destroyer, which is also key. Now, it's 7v7, so it means we could try and get closer to this base over here. We could try and get a bit closer before we have to spot with our faces. There is, of course, only one destroyer, so we want to try and get close. Closer than close, like Rosie Gaines. We're going to get around here on this island and see what's what. Destroyer's here, and remember, Destroyer's part of the division, so naturally you would assume he'll bring his division mate as well. It's looking alright. The setup and deployment's looking okay. Okay, here's Alaska. Now, he needs to be gone. I want him out of there because he is a radar cruiser and he is a problem for our destroyer. We want to try and keep our destroyer alive as long as possible. So we're going to smoke up here, and we're going to see if we can't try and get Alaska up out of here. It means our destroyer will have, you know, greater right to roam with impunity. Here he comes. Right. The fog's up, but we're still spotted. This is bad, because it means as we've overcooked the entrance, yeah, I was going to say, we've overcooked the entrance, and now that means we're exposed with the Citadel. But mercifully, we get saved by a Vermont, which is good, because that Yamato was looking like it could have been a problem for us. Let's put it that way, shall we? Now, our destroyer appears to have abandoned ship in terms of the idea of the double cap. He's on his way, but at least he looks like he's going to be engaging the enemy destroyer. That's a plus. We'll give him some credit for that. We could have used his help here, but give him some credit for that. Now, Kano is over here on the horizon. So it's him and the Yamato essentially now versus us and the Vermont. I like our chances. I do. Not with shooting like that, but I do like our chances. Now, hopefully, the friendly Gdansk can remove the not so friendly Gdansk, and then we can sail to victory as Kano breaks our gun. But we have gone quiet, and Vermont,
You did good.
we're looking good. We're 2-0 up. Enemy destroyer's gone, and I can't tell you how much of a plus that is. Yeah. Okay. It's 2-1. Our destroyer's gone down too, but I'll take the offset. We're 2-1 up. The base count is looking a little bit worrying, but I'll take the offset. We are behind in the scoreboard, but I'll take it. Now, it's just us and Vermont, and we've got to deal with Kano and Yamato. That's what we got to do, right? So the game comes down to this, basically, essentially. Now the destroyers have both gone, so we're going to make some more smoke here, and we're going to see if we can't catch Kano over here while he can't see us. Yamato's over there as well, but if I can focus Kano, I might be able to, for all intents and purposes, get rid of this man so we can then both gang up on the Yamato. Now, as you can see from this defense, I love this build. The dispersion, the accuracy of these guns. And another thing I'm not usually a fan of are double turrets. I like triple and quadruple because more is just more. I've got more chance. If I throw enough, you know, some of it will stick. Especially sometimes my shooting isn't the best. The problem here, what I can see, is that Vermont has kind of seen better days and he's going forward. That means he's at risk of a crossfire right now. So we need to get moving. We got to help this man. Okay, he's done a lot so far to keep us in this battle, but we got to help this man. We've got to get in position to support him. That's our role as a cruiser, support ship. Yamato rears his head, so we're going to try and keep him relatively off his toes, off balance, which basically translates to we want to shoot him while he's not in a position to blap us. Let's call it what it is. And at the same time, we can hit Kano over here. Yeah, we can still get Kano and help out Vermont. He seems to be slowing up now. He seems to be. But he is taking major damage from the Yamato. And Kano We get a nice little chunk, but he's still there. We have got, listen, we've got to help this man. We have got to get Carnot up out of here. Okay, so we can see an offset there, right? We can see an offset with the Sandman Town and the Brisbane. There's an offset. The issue is, it's 3-1 on the base count, and we're losing. Listen, I've got to get this Carnot. I simply must get this man out of here before Vermont goes down. You can see I'm ammo rotating. So my HE and AP at the moment are equally as effective and accurate. So I'm rotating my ammo and shooting one round of AP and then the next of HE. So I'm getting the best of both worlds here. But I've got to get him up out of here before Vermont does. I really do. Here we go. Down goes Carnot, Jude Bellingham, and simultaneously Kronstadt takes out Stalingrad in the Battle of Russia. It's 5-2 and it's game over. Right? Right? Okay. Right. We got to go and deal with this Yamato now. We really do. We got to help out Vermont. I want him to stay alive. He's done so well. Vermont is absolutely... He is mashing. We got to get round there and support this man. If I can just get round here, I might be able to take some of the punishment that he would have taken and maybe keep him alive. I want him surviving to the end of this battle because he's done really well. Is he going to survive it? He does. All right, let's get round here and help this man out. We've got the hit points to give. Yeah, let's get him. Let's try and get him up out of there. He's done a good job. Oh, this Brindisi is asking for it. He is asking. I know the Yamato's around there, but I want to... So let's put some torpedoes down here. Let's put some torpedoes right here. And I want to try and get in a position where the Vermont doesn't have to take the next salvo from the Yamato. Yeah. Yeah, I know this Brindisi. But my main thing is I want to keep Vermont alive. So let's see if we can't get in position here. Because I know Yamato's going to come hand. He's going to come hand with firing. He is absolutely going to come around here firing. Okay. Not what I wanted, but, you know. Right. Can we get him before Yamato comes? Oh, we are lucky to be alive. But at least he hit me and he didn't hit Vermont. Gosh, that hurt. Torpedoes didn't hit, though. Which isn't helpful. We've got to try and turn out here. I don't know if I can take another one of those. Yeah, not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. I'm not going to lie. And then Vermont absolutely annihilates Brindisi.
Ship burns.
Now the question is, are we going to stay alive? Oh, we hammer. And then Ruprecht finishes him off. Excuse me. Great result. Love that. Mission's done. Safe and sound. Let's see where we rank. 2,192 points. Shout out to Vermont. And we're going to see you next time, folks. Take care.